Now have bananas today. Now have bananas today. Keep those of the way we now have bananas.
Ladies and gentlemen, need he any introduction? Mr. Joe Franklin. Mr. Franklin, we are so honored that you... Oh, yes, applause, please. We're honored that you came to our party tonight. We really are.
I've been fans of yours for many, many years. It's fun to be here with you, really.
Oh, thank you.
Joe. Joe, one thing I wanted to ask you. In all of history, who would you have liked to have interviewed besides Eddie Cantor?
Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman.
No, I think on a really serious note, I've had them all. I gave the first exposure ever on TV. And I'm being really serious, no kidding. To Barbara Streisand, Bette Midler, Eddie Murphy, Michael Jackson when he was with the Jackson 5, Bruce Springsteen, Liza Minnelli, Robert Redford, Dustin Hoffman. The list goes on and on. So I've had them all. I have no complaints. I've had them all. Yeah. And on another serious note, no place I'd rather be than with you right now, Deborah and Carol, because this week, the week of September 2nd, 3rd, 4th, is my 40th anniversary in TV. 40th.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
It's a very special, personal occasion.
May I ask you something? As a child, did you want to interview as a child? Did you interview some of the children around the neighborhood?
I wanted to be a doctor. In fact, I took medicine in college. But I feel better now.
Now, Mr. Franklin, tell us, what is the most embarrassing question that you've ever asked anyone?
Don't be so formal, Mr. Franklin.
Oh,
it's master.
Sir or master.
Oh, master.
Okay, kiss my ring. No, I don't know. I've asked pretty good questions through the years.
You ever caught anybody really off guard?
No. It's been.
You're a nice interviewer.
It's been a placid career. Yeah, I've got no complaints.
Do you remember your first interview?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
A wonderful guest. He was great.
Now tell me, you are on television, well, you just mentioned 40 years. Do you ever watch yourself on television?
No. Once again, on a serious note, it's agonizing. You always wonder what you should have said. So I'd rather watch Arsenio Hall or Carol Lee or Deborah, or What's Your Disease or one of those. I watch those.
Joe, do you mind when comedians like Billy Crystal imitate you? And I'm wondering, do you do any imitations yourself?
I do. My best impression is of Joe Franklin. I say, ladies and gentlemen, here's the late, great Al Jolson. Sponsored by Martin Paint. No. But Billy Crystal, Billy Crystal did me for about 2.5 years.
Right.
And I could never get to watch it because I'm on the radio on Saturday nights when that program was on the air Saturday night. So one day somebody finally showed me a videotape. You know what I said when I first saw that tape? I said, one of us is lousy. Do me one favor. Ask me the secret of longevity in my field. Ask me that.
What is the secret of longevity in your field, Joe?
Because I am the longest-running talk show host.
What is the secret?
I think the answer is, and the mortality rate in my field is second to none. The secret of success in my field, the main ingredient is sincerity. Sincerity. And once you learn to fake that, then you've got it made.
But you seem to really love the people that come on your show.
9 out of 10. I've had them all. I've had presidents. I've had everybody.
Well, now, speaking of presidents, if you could interview George Bush right now, which at this point I'm not doubting that maybe you haven't already, what would you ask him?
George Bush, at this point, I'd ask him, has he got Vice President Quayle's permission yet for him to run for a second term? I would ask him that because...
I want to know one thing. Joe, how did you get invited to this party? Who do you know at this party?
I don't know, but I'm going to take care of him after the show. No, I'm having a good time.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a silly question, but I have to say that some of the people here at our party were interested. Because you're an interviewer, are you nosier than most? Do you maybe look in people's medicine chests when you're at a party? And people here really want to know that question.
I look in their garbage.
You do?
Yeah,
in
really
their
do.
garbage?
I can tell a lot about people through the garbage. I really
What have you ever found?
I found interesting things. I enjoy it. I think that...
you enjoy looking through people's garbage?
I think I do.
You found some interesting things.
A lot of good scripts, things I'm going to tell tonight. No, I enjoy it. I enjoy being interviewed by you. I enjoy the other side of the fence.
Are there any dramatic parts you'd ever like to play? Ever wanted to be in the movies?
Well, I played in a couple of Woody Allen movies. I'm in Ghostbusters.
Oh, you're in the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I remember the big scene where they become media celebrities that come onto my TV show. I say, have you seen Elvis Presley lately? I'm in quite a few movies. Remember a movie called The Rains Came? I played the Big Drip. Remember
The ratings game.
The Rains Came.
Oh,
yeah.
the Rains game.
The Big Drip, get it, Caroline?
Sorry.
Remember the man who came to dinner? I brought in the bromo salsa. That was. I've done quite a few movie parts.
Unbelievable.
Well, now, in recent years, Joe, you have, well, it's a party. In recent years, you have become the darling of the chic set.
True.
You have been in magazines, featured in nightclubs.
And movies.
And movies. Now, how do you explain this phenomenon?
Because I'm so lovable, huggable, adorable, snuggable.
And humble.
Humble, right.
Humble.
Good to my family, never go home at night.
Do you interview your family all the time?
No.
You never do.
You never have interviewed your family just to say, let me test out some questions on you, or tell me how this sounds. You just go out there and wing it.
I'm just good to my family because I never go home at night, you know. But
Thank you.
What a nice party.
Would you like some?
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Drink?
Got any matzo balls? any codfish balls? Mothballs, meatballs? No, this is good. I enjoy this.
Now, of all the people that you have wanted to interview, and obviously you've interviewed a lot, has there anybody who has ever turned you down that you would really like to get your hands on and just
I've had them all.
interview?
I'll read in magazines about people who never did a talk show. I've got the proof that I had them. I'll read when Cary Grant never did one, John Wayne, John Lennon. I've had them all. I've had them all.
Really?
I've had them all.
Joe, I want to know, what would you say to something like this?
I'd say go home fast, leave me alone. Go home. You should open Tuesday at the International House of Pancakes.